Hello everyone, this is Ragida Zamzam. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to build work breakdown structure using Microsoft Project 2010. But before using the program, you must develop a work breakdown structure, or what we call it WBS. So developing a good WBS takes time, but it will make entering those tasks into the tables using Microsoft Project easier and less time consuming. So for that purpose, we have this created ahead of time. This is what we call the plan that we're going to use it for our project. And this is the IT project that we're going to do, the JWD Consulting Intranet project. So the project is about creating a new website for the network, for the JWD network. So because it is an IT project, so it can be divided into 5 main deliverables, which are the initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing. Each of those deliverables can be further divided into subtasks. So for example, the initiating can be divided into 3 main stages, smaller stages of course: identify key stakeholders, prepare project charter assign. So this will make it easier for the project manager to manage each subtask by assigning time for each and determine or measure the cost of each subtask. Of course, the next step is to add all those stages, including the 5 main deliverables, regardless of their level. We're going to build that, and we're going to see that in Microsoft Project. It's not going to take more than seconds. So I'm going to copy it as it is without leveling, and we're going to see how we're going to level to put each stage into its appropriate level. So here's the project name. I'm going to take a copy of it, and this is what we call level 1. Level 1 is nothing but the project itself. So I'll take a copy of it and add it to Microsoft Project. Of course, here is before we start adding, this is Microsoft Project 2010. This is how it looks. You can install it. If you don't have it in your computer, you can always go to Microsoft website and install the free trial. And pretty much the same as any Microsoft project, Microsoft Office products. It has the ribbon on top, and the ribbon has multiple tabs. Each has many tasks that the user can pick from. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to focus more on the WBS. So here's the area where we're going to work with. It's pretty much the same as Microsoft Excel, where you have columns and you have rows. So we're going to add the outlined project into this area, which we call, and this is what we call the breakdown structure. So this is the project itself. I'm gonna paste it in here. The same as any Microsoft Office product. You always have the formatting tools. You can control the font. You can make it bigger font or smaller. You can always change the font type or the font size. You can remove this bold, probably change the color. Okay, so let me make it a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to copy the rest of the items, so without the leveling. So I'm going to copy everything and move it to Microsoft Project. Okay, our next step, as you can see, is this should be level 1, or the topmost level. So in this case, I'm going to move this indented so I can make it to under level 2. So I'll take this to level 2, and this I have to click twice because this should be under level 2. and also prepare project charter goes under initiating, so also I have to indent it twice. The same is true for charter sign, indent twice. However, planning is level 1 indentation, so I have only to indent it once because it should go directly under the project itself. Those are all. You can select more than one if you want. Select them all and indented it twice, so they will go under planning. The same for executing, indent once because this is one of the major or the main deliverables, and here you can select all the way before controlling and then indent twice. Controlling is only indentation, one indentation, and these are two more steps that goes underneath. Closing is one indentation because it goes under level 2, and those are level 3, so 2 indentations. So in this case, if I click on the collapse button, these are all the project items goes underneath the level 1. So if I click on the expand, you have this, these are the main deliverables that I'm looking for. 5 main deliverables and their subtasks. Thank you very much for watching my video, and looking forward for your questions. Hello everyone, this is Ragida Zamzam. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to build work breakdown structure using Microsoft Project 2010. But before using this program, we must develop a work breakdown structure, or what we call it WBS. Developing a good WBS takes time, but it will make it easier and entering the tasks easier into the Microsoft project. So here we have an already developed IT project. It's about creating a new website for the intranet for one of the companies called JWD. So the IT project, any IT project can be broken into 5 main deliverables. Those are the initiating, planning, executing, controlling, and closing. Each of those deliverables can be further broken down into manageable chunks, or what we call tasks, subtasks. It is easier for the project manager to manage each subtask separately. He can assign schedules for each task, resources, measure the cost for each. It applies more control over the project. So before we start adding all those deliverables into Microsoft Project, I'm gonna use this outline. As you can see, there is no leveling here. The outline numbers are removed in here, and I'm going to apply it in Microsoft Project. I just need it to save time of typing. I just need to copy them, and then I'll apply leveling. So I'm going to copy the project itself. This is called level 1. Let me just pinpoint something. This is called level 1, which is the project itself. The one that are labeled as 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, these are level 2. And the one beneath, that is 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, this is level 3 leveling. This is what we're going to see in Microsoft Project 2010. So let me take the plain one that has no leveling on it. So I'm going to take the project name first. Let us open Microsoft Project 2010. It has to be installed first on your computer. If you don't have it, you go to Microsoft website. It's available there for a free trial for a certain number of days. And as you can see, it looks familiar. It's pretty much the same as any of the Microsoft project, any of the Microsoft Office packages like Excel, PowerPoint. As you can see, the ribbon on top with multiple tabs. Each tab will give you many options. to pick from, but for the purpose of this tutorial we're going to use the task tab, where we're going to add the breakdown structure. So we're going to work in this area only. And as you can see, it's divided into columns and rows, pretty much the same as Microsoft Excel. People who are familiar with Excel will notice no difference in here. So I'm going to paste the project name into the first cell here, and as you can see, all the formatting tools are applied here. You can change the font type, the font size, colors, you can fill colors. You can play around here and see what are the options available, the same options available in Word or Excel. I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller. Let me go ahead and paste everything else, all the other levels, the subcomponents, and paste them here. They will paste nicely here. Each line will take one cell. However, the leveling is not applied yet, as we agreed before that this will be level 1. So I'll keep it as it is. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just going to indent those items or elements according to their level. For example, initiating belongs to level 2, so that means you need to indent it once. So that is level 2, level 2 of the WBS. We have 3 more items underneath, so you can pick them one at a time and indent twice each. The prepare project charter is another one that goes under initiating. Indent it twice, indent twice for charter sign, because it should go under initiating. And if you click the collapse button, they all disappear. Now the planning is another element that belongs to level 2, so it should go under the project, the level 1 project. Then I have to indent once only. How many items are there in here? We have 1, 2, 3 items under planning. You can select them all at once and indent them twice to save time. Executing is only one, belongs to level 2, so only one indentation, and we have 4 items underneath, so we have to select them all and then indent twice. Then we have the 4th element, indent once, and we have the 2 underneath, indent twice. The closing is the last one, indent it once, and all elements beneath you need to indent it twice. Then you have the project. This is the overall project. This is level 1, and as you can see, everything disappeared underneath after you click the collapse button. We have the initiating, and here are all the elements that fall below: planning, executing, controlling, and closing. So this is the project, and here are the 5 main deliverables with all subtasks. Now I think you would be able to apply this into your on your computers using Microsoft Project 2010. Do the outline. This is called Website Development Project. This is the name of the project. Here are the 5 main deliverables, and here are the subtasks. So take your time to apply this on your own on your computers. Thank you very much for watching this video.